Hi everyone, St Ledger Day video. It's Friday at 11:10 and I'm making the video for Saturday. 3 selections on the video today, one of which isn't properly priced up yet. Hopefully the price will be good enough for me to back it, and if anyone's following me in, for you to back it. Form has been slightly poor over the past 4 weeks. Since Goodwood really, but we've had 3 years of very profitable videos and everyone has been extremely nice. This is my first season on the flat. We've had only one bet so far. It was badly beaten as well, backed heavily in from 16 to 1 to 7 to 1 and ran no sort of race. The selections overall on the flat season are to 1 point each way, 2 point win or 20 points up still. So, and that's not including taking Cape Coast as an absolute loser when he was actually fifth, and when he was put up on Friday, a lot of bookmakers were paying on the fifth. I sadly didn't get paid on him. On to the selections for tomorrow, and I'm quite sweet on one of them, even though he looks outclassed in the race. I'm not sure he is. But the first selection is in the 225. It's a horse who didn't run well last time out on softer ground, and I thought he was progressive earlier in the season. The horse is Jawwaal of Michael Dodds in the 225. I thought he was progressing nicely. I thought he won at Ascot pulling a cart, and then at York he seemed to get stuck in the ground. A lot of horses got stuck in the ground at York. I'd forgive any horse a bad run at York on that sort of ground that week. And I'm having to forgive Jawwaal. He's 10 to 1 with 4 places with 365. Now it is a tough race, and like I say, I'm out of form. But at 10 to 1 with 4 places, I think he's a decent each way bet. Now you've got to take into consideration that all the races I put horses up in are normally very tough races. I'm not picking 6 to 4 favourites or 4 to 6 favourites to try and entice people in with a winner that really didn't make them any money. I'm betting in races that are competitive and tough, and in this race you probably got around a 5 to 8% chance of picking the winner with 22 runners. So that selection is Jawwaal, although I am very fearful of Wentworth Falls, who also has good form at the track. In the 3 o'clock, now this is the one which I fancy and nobody else fancies. I can see it even being bigger than the 14 to 1 it is already. And that's a horse who I put up as a selection in the Golden Mile when he was each way at 14 to 1. And I feel still now that he should have won that race instead of coming second. I feel he was very unlucky to lose, even giving 2 stone to Prompting, who's come out in a top class handicap since and ran really close to winning. So obviously Prompting was incredibly well handicapped. Now this is a Group 2. It's a weak Group 2 on firmer ground, which I think Urban Icon will like. I'm really keen to go in on him each way. I think maybe if I'd been in better form I may have put this up as a bet, but I could be completely wrong about him and he's not good enough for this class. I think he is. He ran in the Summer Mile against Mohather. I didn't think he quite stayed out the really stiff mile at Ascot. Then he ran the race in the Golden Mile at Goodwood, both on good ground those. He's back to 7 furlongs here. I think he can throw out the second run at Goodwood where the ground was like a bog. That was the day Pomelo bombed out. I wouldn't take that run. I would just completely dismiss that run. I don't think he ran any sort of race. The wheels were spinning from 7 furlongs out on him. I'm prepared to forgive it. I know that there's horses like Landmaster, Wichita in this race, and Lamato, but for me, Urban Icon will be a different proposition on this ground, and I'm prepared to play on him each way. The third race that I have a selection in, I don't know the price that this horse is going to be. He was priced up at 8 to 1 last night by only one firm. Now I see the price is contracted to 13 to 2. I priced the horse around 5 to 1. And if I get 5 to 1, I will play on Dingle in the 405. if he's not 5-1, when a lot more bookmakers price up, then I won't play, because I want to back him each way and I want to be able to get my money back if he is in the places. I think his run at Kempton was very good. He came from off the pace. Not many did that day. A lot of horses who were in the lead were holding on even when they didn't look like they would, and it was hard to make up ground. He made up 3 to 4 lengths in the last 2 furlongs, and I thought he did it quite easily. He ran in a very, very strong maiden at York as well, the Convivial. A lot of good horses run in that race over the years. And I just think that he could back it up tomorrow. And if I get more than 5-1, I'll back him. If I don't, I'll have to leave him alone. Of course, we have to mention the St. Leger itself. We have placed a bet out the bank months ago now on Santiago at 8-1. We put £50 of our bank on, so an eighth of our betting bank for the season was put on Santiago. I still feel he has a very, very good chance of winning. He's very short now and not a price that I would recommend anyone to back him at. And I have to be quite strong about this. There is no point in betting a horse at 5-2 that lots of the subscribers have backed at 8-1, because you aren't getting any value where they've got triple the price you've got. You've got a poor price now at 5-2. So if you're not on, you just have to sit and suffer. He's not a 5-2 shot. He's probably, if you realistically price the race up, he's probably about 7-2, 4-1 shot tomorrow, and you're not going to get that. So you're betting under the odds on a horse who has got good rivals and is no gimme tomorrow. But he has got a very solid chance. His form early in the season was very good, and I thought his run against Stradivarius was better than people gave him credit for. But he's got decent rivals, like I say. There's been a big gamble on Joseph O'Brien's horse. Hackham's got good form. Pile Driver, if he stays, is going to be a huge danger. And it really is not worth a bet at 5-2. We were very fortunate when we got 8-1 that I thought it was a rick. And I still do think it was a rick, and we had to play time, to be honest. Anyway, the video's getting a bit too long now. We have 3 selections for Saturday. They are in the 225 Jawwaal, each way at 10-1. Urban Icon in the 3 o'clock at 14-1 each way. And if Dingle is 5-1 or better, when most firms price up, he'll be a bet each way in the 405 at Doncaster. I wish everyone that watches the video a good weekend punting. Please back your own picks rather than mine, unless you really don't have a pick and you won't have a bet in a race. But those are my selections. Remember, I'm slightly out of form, although I've done well, and I'm trying my hardest to bring things back to where I feel they should be. Good luck to Frankie on Santiago. Hopefully he can bring home the bet, which would put the bank into profit for the entire season. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend. Bye for now.